Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Yoga for You. So today I was inspired to do an all-around Vinyasa yoga flow. So we're going to move through pretty much the whole body, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's going to be around, I would say, 15 to 20 minutes. I don't usually know until after when I see how long time I've been recording, but I would say around that time. Yes, so I just want to say it's for all levels. Keep connecting to your breath. If you feel that you're out of breath or that you're not moving how you really want to move, take a little step back, come a little bit out of the pose, connect back with your breath, and then get back into it. The good thing with these YouTube videos is that you can always pause it, get yourself together, maybe try it once or twice again, and then press play again. So it is really for you. I hope that you use it that way. So without further ado, let's just start. So let's begin today's class in mountain pose, Tadasana. So begin by rooting down through your feet. The balls of the feet really shooting down into the mat. Coming up to the tailbone here, making sure that the tailbone is not sticking out. We're trying to elongate the spine, tugging the tailbone downwards. Shoulders rolled back and down, and arms come down on either side. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale and reach the arms all the way up over the head. So we're rooting down at the same time as we're reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. So we're folding here, making sure that the spine is straight. So we're not bending the spine, we're keeping it very straight, and we're folding from the hip joint. We might have to bend the knees in order to come all the way down with a straight spine, and then we can come all the way down. So for some, forward fold might look like this, and for some it might look like this. Both variations are perfect. Inhale, halfway up. Fingertips can be on the mat or they can be on the shins. Just make sure that your spine is straight. Exhaling, planting the hands into the mat, and we're stepping it back with both feet into our downward facing dog. So just find your way, making sure that the fingertips are super active, pushing down into the mat, all the way up into the shoulders. Shoulder blades trying to separate just gently from the back. Not from the back, but from each other on the back. Knees may be straight, maybe they're bent. Just try to avoid the curved spine. We can do that by lifting the heels and bending the knees a little bit. But you find your way. Inhaling, we're coming forward into a high plank. Tailbone is tucked under, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up behind us, making sure the hip is not opening. We're keeping the hip closed. If you feel that it's opening, just take the leg down a little bit. Inhale, right leg comes all the way up to the top of the mat. If it only reaches halfway, just use your hand and help it the rest of the way. But we're pivoting around on the left leg, just checking that the heel is pretty much in line with the arch on the left foot. We're coming up into a warrior two. So inhaling, we're windmilling. Left hand comes all the way up, keeping the bend in the right knee. And we're up, and both arm extends out from the shoulders. Warrior two. So we're staying here for just a little bit, making sure that the hip is not sticking out. Coming in, we're pressing out through the outer edge of the left foot here. Really pressing out, taking good care of that knee. You might want to have a small micro bend here. This knee, the front knee, we're pressing it outwards a little bit so that we can see the first two toes on the right foot. Making sure again the tailbone is tucking downwards, keeping our integrity in the core, not letting it hang, but keeping it nice and firm. Arms come out from either side of the shoulders, really reaching out to each side. And we're looking out over the right hand. Strong pose. Exhale, both hands come down, windmilling them down on either side of that right foot, pivoting back around on the left foot and stepping it back into your high plank. Tailbone tucked under, shoulders over wrist. Exhale, downward facing dog, other side. Inhale, left leg comes up. Mind your hip. Don't want it to open. Keep it closed. Inhale, coming forward with that left foot, stepping it all the way up to the top of the mat. Pivoting around on the right foot. Checking alignment, heel in alignment with the arch. Inhale, coming all the way up. Warrior two, left side. So we're just making a small, fast check here. Hip is in, outer edge pressing down, mindful of the knee. Tailbone is down. This knee, I can see my first two toes. Trying to keep that 90-degree angle, but if it's too intense, just come out a little bit. It doesn't have to look a certain way, but it has to feel good. And we have to activate the right groups of muscles too. So we're sitting here, nice and strong, shoulders are relaxed. Nice. Deep inhale. And exhale, both hands come down on either side of the left foot, right foot pivots back around, and we're stepping it back into our high plank. Now we're going to come down through Chaturanga. So brace yourself. Exhale, keeping the elbows in, look forward, keep the integrity in the belly, core is active. If this is too hard and you feel like you're tipping, take the knees down. Otherwise, continue all the way down onto the mat. Great. Just gonna take myself a little bit backwards here. Onto the mat. Good. Take your hands, interlock them behind you. We're coming up into a locust pose. So exhale fully. So I need to take an inhale first. Inhale and exhale full. And now inhale, lifting up the chest, the arms if possible, and then the feet, and hold it. And exhale, release. Exhale fully. And inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale last time. And exhale, release. Very good. Take your fingertips and place them a little bit further ahead than the shoulders and try to get the elbows to point up towards the sky. Tops of the feet pressing down into the mat here. Inhale, coming up into a cobra, pressing back through the arms, really rolling the shoulders back like the shoulder blades going to touch each other a little bit. Exhale down. Move them a little bit further back, approximately where your shoulders are, but further out. Inhale, come up. Cobra, nice. You can also be here, it's totally fine. Exhale down. And now, normal cobra, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, coming up. Cobra, keep the pubic bone in the mat. Shoulders rolled back, chest open. Beautiful. Nice, spacious cobra. Tuck the toes under, push the butt back towards the heel, and exhale yourself back into your downward facing dog. Now inhale, lift the heels up off the mat, bend the knees, and we're going to jump up into a chair pose. So we're jumping up and keeping the knees bent once we land. So if you just want to walk up and place yourself in chair pose, that is perfectly fine. Exhale, jump. Keeping the knees bent, lowering to the point where our fingertips can reach the mat, and then inhale, coming up into chair pose. Arms come up as far as we can. Again, tailbone tuck, down, and we're holding it. Keep breathing into your belly. Hold. Legs are working, core is working, arms are working. One more deep inhale. And exhale, come all the way up to standing and let the arms come down on either side. You're doing amazing. So we're going to take a step out. So we have a bit of a wide stance here. I think it's about 1 meter. I have like 1 meter's distance between the feet. Take our hands into cactus arms. So it's the arms into cactus arms. We're going to take a deep inhale. And then on the exhale, we're putting the weight onto the right leg. So exhale, right leg. We're standing on the right leg, finding the balance, and we're trying to wrap the left leg around the right, coming into an eagle pose. So you can rest now the left foot just behind the calf of the right foot, or you can wrap it all the way around. Just see where you're at. And this might take a few tries. Just give yourself some time. It doesn't matter. And then see, you find your balance, and then you can maybe sit down a little bit deeper. Keep breathing into your belly. Good. Inhale and exhale, coming back to the wide stance, and we're going to do the other side. So inhale and exhale. Prepare that left leg. We're balancing. Good. Wrapping that right foot around, slowly, slowly, and find where you can be comfortable. Again, it might just be here. It doesn't really matter how far you can wrap it. What matters is that you find the balance in this pose. And even if you don't find the balance, what matters is that you're trying and you're doing your best. Great. Deep breath in. And exhale. Come back to a wide stance. We're going to point the toes out, so they're pointing out at an angle to pretty much each corner of the mat. And we're going to sit down into a goddess pose. So we're going to try to get the ankles under the knees. Again here, it's very important. This is quite natural how you would want to stand in this pose, but we want to take the tailbone and tug it underneath. And you don't have to sit down super deep. You can come up a bit higher. It doesn't matter. Okay? So let's try. Sitting down. Checking my tailbone. Keeping the cactus arms. Great. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Maybe lower yourself a little bit deeper. Now let's try something. Inhale. See if you can come up on your toes. Ooh. Exhale down. If you don't want to come up on your toes, you can just come out of it a little bit. Inhale. And exhale. Sit down a little bit deeper. Let's try the toes one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. We're going to turn to the right. So just turn both feet, keeping the arms in the cactus. So we're in a high lunge now. Just check. We have about a 90-degree angle here. We're shooting out through the left heel. Strong here. And then we're inhaling. Open the chest, open the chest, open the chest. Beautiful. Exhale. Let both hands come down on either side of the right foot. And step it back into your high plank. And exhaling it back into your downward facing dog. We're going to jump up into a seated position. So if you just want to take a walk up and sit down onto your mat, please do that. So inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and exhale. Jumping up and sitting down. However way you got here, it is perfect. Coming into a seated spinal twist. Left leg, we're doing like a half cross-legged. So it's coming in, heel is close to my butt here. Take the right leg over here. Let me just see if you can see it a bit better. Okay? So take a deep inhale, reach the left hand up, and exhale, we're twisting over to the right side, making sure we're not curving the lower back, but we're sitting up and out of it. Take a deep inhale and twist a little bit more on the exhale. Maybe you're going to look over the right shoulder, or maybe you just look in the front. It's fine. Deep inhale and exhale, release, and we're just going to switch sides. Use your hands or not, doesn't matter. Inhale, reaching up the right hand. Exhale, connecting right elbow to the left knee, and we're twisting. Ooh, I could feel a little crack in my back. Inhale. And exhale a little bit deeper. So nice. It was a good crack, not a bad crack. Because we have to pay attention to our bodies. Very important. And if it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Inhale and exhale, release the pose. Take both legs out in front of you and just take away the meat from the sit bones here, coming to a seated forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, really reaching, like there's the most beautiful rack of apples up here and you really want to get them. And then it's just moving and they're moving and you can't reach them, but you're trying. We're keeping that feeling as if we're reaching for something. We don't want to bend our spine. We want to reach until you find that spot where you're like, oh, here and no longer. And then you rest here and you breathe here. Breathing into that space. Maybe you need to bend your knees a little bit here in order to get the feeling that you're wanting to get. But we do not want to compensate by bending the spine like this. It does no good for us. So just find your way. And with time, with ease, not with pressure, not with force, but with ease and with breath, slowly, you will melt into the poses. And you will be remembering that day when you couldn't even touch your toes. That's how it was for me. So it's all good. It's all about the journey, not about the pose. So we're going to point the toes now. Take the fingertips, point them towards the feet, under the shoulders. Yeah, so hands under the shoulders, fingertips pointing towards the feet. Shoulders rolled back. Inhale, we're tucking the tailbone down, and exhale, pushing down through those arms, hips shooting up towards the ceiling, and the toes are perhaps touching the mat. If they're not, doesn't matter, just pretend that they are. And exhale. We're coming back down onto the mat, coming straight into boat pose. So maybe this is like, what the heck, this is not working for me. Bend the knees. Grab a hold under the knees. It's absolutely fine. But hold it. We're going to hold for 3 breaths here. So 3, 2, and 1. Release the feet down. Grab a hold under your knees here and roll yourself back down onto your mat. Let the feet come up. Take an inhale and exhale. We're sitting back up. Try not to touch the floor with the toes. Let's try it again. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Come back up. That was better. One more time. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Come back up. Very good. Now let's roll down onto the back and let's stay there. And just give yourself a hug. Take the knees into the chest and just roll a little bit from side to side. Very good. And just release with the hands. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, just let your knees, your legs roll over or fall over gently to the right side. Lift your upper back a little bit and just try to get your shoulders a little bit more straight on to the mat. And then look to the left. Take a couple of breaths here, deep into the belly. Very good. Now inhale. Lift the knees back up and we'll do it to the other side. So inhale and exhale. Let the knees fall down. Lift the upper back just a little bit. Rearrange the shoulders a little bit so they're more straight. And then look to the right. It's so good to move our bodies. Move our bodies, move our minds. Sometimes we can get so stuck in a certain thought or a certain thing that has happened. And sometimes you really just need to move it out of your system, literally. Now inhale, take both knees back up, place them onto the mat, and just come in to your Shavasana. So extend both legs out, one at a time, making sure that the tailbone is tucked down, shoulders roll back, and shoulder blades come towards each other on the back, and the arms extend from here. Making sure that the neck is nice and relaxed. Just separate your lips so that you're not holding any tension in the jaw, and close your eyes. And just take some deep breaths here. You've just moved your whole entire body. Muscles, ligaments, everything. And in that, you've moved energy through your body. Things may have come unstuck. Maybe you have a different perspective on things. In my experience, it helps me so much when I move. It helps me in my everyday decision making, trying to stay a bit cooler, trying to see things also from other people's perspective, because we're all coming, pretty much most of us, we're coming from a good place. It might not be the place that we would come from, but someone else is coming from their good place. You know what I mean? So it's all about extending love and kindness to ourselves and to others. And with that, I will come out of my Shavasana. You can stay a little bit longer, or you can come up with me. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I did. And I enjoy practicing with you. So I hope to see you soon again. From my heart to yours, thank you.